Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown. I'm Owen the Birdman Finch, and this is making his return and probably one-time appearance on the Wrestling Rundown.
Yeah, James the Hitman Hebert. Hello. We have switched things up, and I'm only the only reason I'm actually talking about the main roster shit is because I pretty much have to.
It's pretty important stuff this week, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot that's gone down.
We're just gonna do, just because of time too. We're just gonna do overviews of this stuff. We'll try to, but we'll try to go as in depth, with NXT UK 205 and all that. But we'll probably just do overviews.
We're probably just gonna do overviews on everything because we're gonna actually, I think, be watching Takeover at Chris Dodd's house later today.
Yeah.
That will be a thing.
Yeah. Might do live. You have a USB webcam by chance?
Yes, I do. Do you need me to bring it?
Yeah, because we'll probably do live reactions.
Yeah, I'll bring it then. Yeah,
and mine broke, of course.
How did that happen?
I got mad that Jason Goes to Hell wouldn't work on my computer and my DVD. It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of broke it.
God damn it, no.
It still works, but I can't. It doesn't have the thing where I can strap it to my computer.
Yeah, obviously, you pretty much would have to lean it off something.
Yeah, but it's just easy if you win yours.
Okay.
Because this webcam.
Don't break mine because you can't do something, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle your USB webcam.
All right, cool.
But let's talk about the main roster stuff. So, did you watch Evolution? Because
the only shit I watched is the Shayna Baszler
match.
The Shayna Baszler was a Kairi Sane match. The Toni Storm Rhea Ripley match.
No. Not Dakota Kai. What's her name? Io Shirai.
Yeah, Io Shirai versus Toni Storm. Sorry. And Charlotte versus Becky, because those are the three matches anyone ever gave a shit about on that show. Let's be honest. No one gave a fuck about the main event.
It was actually a really good show, though. I really liked it. It was it had like an NXT vibe to it because I heard Triple H had like a lot to say of what went on in the show. So,
well, I'm sure structure-wise it was fine, but like the main roster build-up was main roster build-up. Therefore, I'm not gonna care for it. Like even if the end product and the pay-per-view was solely run by Triple H, like I'm not gonna fucking care. Like why would I care?
Like, I really like the show though. I thought it was yeah.
I mean, the show, from the three matches I saw, it was really, really well put together. I know that I could have done without the whole Nia Jax winning the Battle Royal. What I did watch was a Wrestling with Regret review of the show. Okay. So I did see what happened just in a shorter time span, and without giving WWE the fucking extra view.
Exactly.
So I did see what happened. Proving that freaking Nia Jax is completely fucking useless. Yeah. Injuring Selena Vega and injuring a part of what is a 2-person act, and now Andrade, even though he's a really good wrestler and he has use without her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is now just jobbing the guys on the main roster, even though he's having really good matches with them. He's basically the Alberto Del Rio prototype until she comes back.
Exactly.
So it's
she was on SmackDown. She was on SmackDown this week, so
thank God. Yeah. I saw Selena was getting some offense, and she's really got to be a wrestler. Like she's really good. I think. I feel like she doesn't get enough. I feel like she needs to actually get like more of a showing as a wrestler role. To be honest, I think fuck the rest of the fucking roster. You got nothing to lose. Give Selena Vega a shot at the championship, and if you really want to build the storyline, because I know they're turning this into a work now, just to stick it to Nia Jax. Like the person she injured is giving a shot to another person she injured, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to get like some, to kind of continue that storyline going, because I know they're trying to continue the two of them.
I do like, but yeah, I thought Evolution was an awesome show. I liked, so we'll at least talk about the match. So Trish Stratus, the Legends match, I liked.
Yeah,
I thought it was a fun little Legends match. Obviously, I think they had the Legends went over. I don't really think hurt Mickey and Alicia that much because Alicia just sucks anyways, and Mickey James is pretty much a legend, so I don't think it really hurt to them that they lost.
It really sucks that fucking Alexa couldn't be in that match. It really fucking sucks.
Well, did you hear like she might not be wrestling like anytime soon too?
She dispelled those rumors, didn't she?
I don't know if I saw that she dispelled them, but
yeah, she did. She okay. On Twitter she did. Yeah, she said she wasn't done. She's just waiting to be cleared. It's not that serious like Daniel Bryan.
Okay,
Daniel Bryan's was.
And then the Battle Royal was obviously I still thought the Battle Royal was fine. One missed opportunity I thought they did was Carmella and Ivory did like the dance segment, and that was the moment they should have had the right to senses siren go off, but they didn't do that. I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity.
That would have been fucking funny.
Yeah, I thought that was a missed opportunity.
That would have been funny, honestly.
But it was a decent little Battle Royal, kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the Mae Young Classic match next, if I'm not mistaken, right?
We can go. Classic. It was good. It was good.
I thought the match was a little short.
It should have been a 15-minute match. But what the time they were given was awesome. They had all the best spots. It was still a really good match. I definitely encourage anybody to check this out if you really want to see what the future of the women's division can be without main roster fucking shackles.
And they did this segment like they did last year. I don't know what the winner's getting out of the Mae Young Classics this year because because Toni Storm won. Does that mean and she can't get? I'd imagine she's going to get a future shot at the NXT UK or the regular NXT women's title, but they can't.
Not that I necessarily mind it, but the problem that I have with this being the finals, as good of a match as it was, I really, really wanted to see what a matchup would have been like with Rhea Ripley and Meiko Satomura. That would have been such a better match.
Yeah,
that was such a better draw, I think, to be honest, for the hardcore fan. Not that the Io Shirai Toni Storm match wasn't really good. I much prefer a Meiko Satomura Rhea Ripley match. I don't know. I think it might be because that Meiko Satomura isn't actually under contract, and she's like that Kota Ibushi type of the tournament. That's why she lost in the semifinals.
Well, that's why I remember Ashley Lane was jobbed out the first round because she wasn't actually under contract, and she was doing. I think she did All In around the same time.
Thank God they didn't sign her. If they signed her over fucking Meiko Satomura, I would have flipped my shit. She was awful in that tournament.
And then you had the last woman standing match. That match was awesome. I thought that was the best match of the whole show.
The best women's match, period.
Yeah.
Like everyone's calling it. Everyone's saying that it's still Banks and Bayley. I'm sorry, it's not even close. This is by far the best match in women's wrestling, in WWE wise anyway, period.
Yeah, exactly.
It nearly rivals the Awesome Kong Gail Kim match that they had. I forget what pay-per-view it was now. It's 07. That's how good this match was.
I thought it was awesome.
It was fucking fantastic. It was the best women. It was the two best women's wrestlers going at it. That's really what this was like. And you had a personal feud behind it. You had, even though the roles were reversed, you had the perfect babyface and the perfect heel. And I forever say that is Charlotte and Becky. The roles are reversed, and I'm just gonna go with that as my fucking canon because it makes more sense to me than the way they fucking booked the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And Becky's just so over. After that match, man, the fucking sky's the limit.
No, not just we'll get into not just after that match, but we'll get into.
Well, even when she turned face and hugged Charlotte, though, like she's. Notice the change in tune people have with Charlotte. By the way, if Becky likes her, they'll fucking cheer for her.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how influential her character is now. By the way,
we forgot one match: the 6-woman tag with the Wyatt Squad, Natty, Sasha, and Bayley. That match was fine, but
everyone's fucking overhyping this tag match.
Yeah, it was fine. I just didn't really care that much because of the story and stuff. So
everyone was overhyping it. It's the best This is the best six women tag match I've ever seen. Like I saw Colin say that, and like a bunch of other people, or maybe it wasn't Colin, but it was somebody like him say that. I'm like, it's not that good. Chill out, guys. We've seen how many matches have they had on Raw?
Like
at this point,
52 million probably.
Yeah, it's like of some combination of the 6.
And we saw that, and I was just thinking there saying we're probably just going to see this match in a couple of weeks anyways. Why get all excited about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's exactly what happened.
And now we're getting a fucking feud over it. I'm like,
yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, they should have cut time out of this match and put it on Toni Storm versus Io Shirai.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree.
And then I liked Nikki versus Ronda. I thought that was a good main event, and I thought Ronda looked strong, and I thought Nikki looked like strong, but realistically, like anytime she got any offense, and it was because it was a distraction from Brie or something like that. So I thought that was believable. So
I still don't see it. Right. There's not. I understand the world of wrestling, but if you watch the world of MMA, Ronda didn't lose to Holly Holm because of distraction outside of the octagon. You know what I mean? Like she was still on her A game. To me, it's like she would have had to get a lucky shot in for her to even have a chance, and even then, it's like Ronda Rousey should still look like a fucking beast. And I really don't think she looked like that. In all actuality, I don't care what people want to tell me. You want to have the selling point of Nikki versus Ronda, fine. But in all reality, it should have been a fucking squash. It easily should have been a fucking squash, and that's why I had a huge problem with that because I knew they weren't going to do it. I knew they weren't going to do it that way. Nikki Bella cannot hang with Ronda Rousey in a real fight. Why the fuck am I going to suspend my disbelief that Nikki can fucking even stand a chance against Ronda? That's fucking ludicrous.
Well, they did do in the match, though. Like, Ronda could have beaten her at any point, but I think she wanted to just make Nikki suffer because of all the personal stuff that Nikki was saying. So,
but it still came down to the fact that unless you were going to do hope spots, I don't care if the fucking dynamic was off. You've done it with Lesnar hundreds of times. You did it with him and Kofi Kingston at Beast in the East. If you're going to book this, you book it like you did Kofi versus Lesnar. That's exactly how you book it. That's why I had a huge problem with it, and that's why I didn't fucking care for it. That's why no one fucking cared for it, honestly. It probably would have been a way better show, honestly, had it been a squash, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would maybe like put that match like where Charlotte and Becky was and have that be the squash match, and then Charlotte and Becky closed the show.
Exactly. But they didn't do it that way because, of course, they wouldn't. So,
But yeah, I still really liked Evolution. I thought it's probably one of the best main roster pay-per-views this year, and I thought that
I'm not counting it. I'm not counting it. Everyone's saying it's the best main roster pay-per-view. I'm not counting it. Here's the main reason why. Other than SmackDown, the other 2 best matches of the night were not even from the main roster.
Oh, we forgot one match.
I cannot count that.
We forgot one match. Speaking of that, not Nikki Cross. Shayna Baszler versus how are we saying that match? I thought was awesome too.
Yeah, that was a great match. And I love the interference from the 4 Horsewomen.
Yeah,
so, good shit. But by the way, Shayna Baszler is one thing because you can actually pronounce it. Ronda Rousey, a whole nother thing. Maria and the other chick need to shorten their fucking names to single.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm maybe Shafir, maybe Maria Shafir. Not I don't even know the other chick's last name. I don't even know her first name.
I just say the chick that's married to
Jessamine Duke.
Is that the one that's married to Roderick Strong?
I have no idea. I think so.
Okay. I just say the chick that's married to Roderick Strong and the other chick. That's how I remember.
By the way, if they're gonna do that whole thing, they honestly should just put him in the Undisputed Era at this point.
Well, at least the chick
I'm just saying.
At least the chick that's married to Roderick Strong should go in there.
I think all three of them make sense. That's just me.
I think you just want. Make sense. I think you just want everybody in that group. You want Tommaso Ciampa in there. You want Johnny Gargano in there.
Yes, I do. Well, I mean, why not? Switch it up a bit. You know,
NWO.
It's not like they can't book it right either. The same thing.
Remember what happened to the NWO when it got too big?
Well, I mean, this wouldn't necessarily mean it's too big. You kind of need a woman in that faction anyway. And,
yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
And Tanawa, I think they tried it with Tanawa Conte, and then they're like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work."
Did they?
I remember she cost Nikki Cross a chance to fight for the championship, but then they had Tanawa Conte come out and screw her over, and then I thought they were gonna put her in the group, but I think they realized that she doesn't wrestle very well, so I was like, yeah, let's not do that.
Well, Shayna Baszler is the only one that makes sense. I mean, one of her entourage members is related to married to Roderick Strong anyway, so
yeah,
go with it.
And then I'll just say one word about Crown Jewel, shit, because it was shit. I'm not talking about it that much. I don't really want to.
I am in full on fucking protest. Anybody who wants to tell me watch Crown Jewel, I ain't doing it.
Don't do it anyway. It sucks. Who's telling you to watch?
No one should have done it, honestly. And by the way, shout out to fucking What Culture and Cultaholic and all these other fucking sites that critique this fucking show and then still did a live reaction and watching it anyway. I don't care if some of them were from fucking child charities or whatever. You should have just protested it all together. You wanted to fucking do a live stream. You didn't have to watch fucking Crown Jewel of all things.
I didn't really mind too much.
You easily could have done something else.
I didn't really mind too much that Simon watched it because he gave I thought a good enough reason to watch it. I didn't really have an issue with him watching it.
Who?
Simon, because he did an ups and downs for whatever.
I think all of them are fucking hypocrites, including Simon. I doesn't mean I hate him, but I'm just gonna call it out how I see it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your reason is. Yet no reason why anybody should have watched this show. Not a fucking reason. And then to only find out that Shane McMahon was the fucking best in the world. Give me a fucking break.
Then the way they buried Braun Strowman like that too.
Yeah, are you fucking serious? And which, by the way, everyone's like, well, this isn't going to be canon. Yes, it is.
It is canon.
It is. Main roster, it's fucking canon.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, here's another thing. Here's another reason I hate Crown Jewel. Which, by the way, I still did not watch the actual pay-per-view on the network. To watch the matches, I watched something else. I am not going to support Evolution or Crown Jewel because I do not support segregation in any context, period. Fuck that. Okay? You had, what was it? And the Crown Jewel ad, I think they had, they did you see somebody already pointed out the heavy editing they did for the Crown Jewel ad as opposed to the regular WrestleMania ad?
I think so.
There's some serious ridiculous, and somebody pointed it out, and WWE's under a lot of scrutiny for it, as they fucking should be. As they fucking should be. So next time you're going to say, and by the way, this goes for Triple H or Stephanie or anyone else in that company, that you're going there to try to change the culture. No, you're not. Just fucking be honest. You're in it for the fucking money. Fuck your PR. Fuck your PR, okay? Anyway, yeah, get the fuck off this topic, please.
Yeah. Then we had stuff some pretty big stuff went down this week though on the main roster. So that's why we were talking about it.
Yeah, can we talk about that shit and nothing else, please? The big stuff, the important shit, not the other shit.
Nia Jax destroyed Becky Lynch.
I'm going to have a field day with this. Okay. Here I am. I'm going to just make sure my camera. People are saying, bring her to developmental. No. Fire her ass. Everyone's like, oh, don't you think you're being a little too harsh? No, and I'll tell you why. When Brie Bella fucked up, the one thing you can say to her, even though she fucked up, like, PR-wise, she at least went to the performance center to fix her shit.
Also, Brie Bella has an out. Brie Bella does have an out, too. Because she had wrestled.
Not only that, other than those 2 botches she did since she's returned, she has not had a track record of injuring people. Nia Jax has at least 6 on record. Maybe 7 if you include one of fucking Alexa Bliss's concussions, which I guarantee you she was responsible for at least one of.
Probably.
Okay? This bitch can't even throw a worked forearm right. And it cost us the biggest fucking match in Survivor Series. Everyone wants to say, well, didn't they save that with Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar? Yeah, not as big as what Ronda and Becky would have been. That was the whole selling point of Survivor Series that year, and she fucked it up by punching the daylights out of the biggest star in the company because she doesn't know how to throw a work punch. No. Don't bring her down to developmental. We don't want her injuring Shayna Baszler. We don't want her injuring Kairi Sane, Lacey Evans, Dakota Kai, any of them. Give her the fucking pink slip and have her go to the B-level indies where she can learn her shit. I don't care if she's she's related to The Rock. I don't care.
There's actually even like a meme that's gone through all the track record. I can read it to you right now.
Yeah, so, I've seen the meme. I've seen the meme. And that's, by the way, 4 injuries this year. You're not counting the other half a year where she injured 2 other people. She has injured 6 fucking people, possibly 7, within a 1.5-year time span.
Yeah, let's. I want to read them though. So she dropped Charlotte on her neck on an episode of Raw.
Yep.
Injured Bayley with that throw that she likes to do, which I'm surprised she hasn't injured more people.
Injured Santa Vega. Injured the biggest star in the company, Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Do you need any more reason to fire this chick? She does not deserve to be there. You fire Emma for the stupidest fucking reasons because she wouldn't go with the Emmalina gimmick, yet you won't fire her for actually costing a huge angle?
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a freaking break, dude.
That's awesome.
It's absurd to me. Like, you cannot do this shit. You can't. Don't tell me that Nia should be given another chance. She has had plenty of fucking chances. Everybody in the WWE roster has days off now. Everyone. It is not the same grueling schedule. It's still grueling, but it's not as grueling as it used to be. They have days off now. She could have easily taken one of those days off. She could have easily blown off one of the fucking media days. Do whatever you have to do to get better in the fucking ring. Guess what Ronda does every fucking day since she's become champion? Go to the fucking performance center.
Or something.
What? You cannot honestly tell me that Nia Jax goes to the performance center.
I don't think
you can't. So. You fucking can't. I'm not going to believe that.
I don't think so, because typically they post that type of stuff on their social media accounts, and I haven't seen any social media things of her going to the performance center.
All right, yeah, keep talking. Hold
on. But yeah, I think she should go back to, not go back to, but I think she should get the pink slip because this is just ridiculous. Because how long is it going to be before, like, she injures somebody, like, she ends up causing someone to have to retire because of this. So I hope, they do the right thing. And obviously, too, you're going to have to write her off. The best way to do that is don't have her wrestle any matches until TLC. because I imagine that's going to be when she gets her Raw Women's Championship match against Ronda Rousey. And at TLC, you don't have Ronda get any offense in a night. She just loses in a squash, and then not and like not Ronda beats her with the armbar, and then afterwards you write her off that way. Just pretty much don't ever show her again and let her contract run out and give her the pink slip and stuff like that. I think that would be the best alternative. And obviously, too, if Nia goes back to the Indies and gets better, then I would say we hire her back, and there you go. I think that's a pretty easy solution because I hear the WWE is not happy about this, like the head WWE talent and all that. So let's hope that happens. So I kind of said my piece. I want to say on that. I want to talk about obviously other big news is too is they added well actually I'll get into that when we talk about the Survivor Series match card. But then let's talk about the other big news that came this week. So tomorrow I should say, I'm not gonna say this Sunday, but tomorrow we were supposed to have WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus WWE Champion AJ Styles in a Raw versus SmackDown match. Well, that didn't end up happening. What ended up happening was this week plans changed. AJ Styles was on SmackDown, and he was talking how he was going to beat Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman came out, and he started fuel to the fire. I guess he added fuel to the fire because he said that he wanted to face the other best wrestler in the world on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan. Then AJ Styles then said that he tapped out Daniel Bryan with the calf crusher. So then Daniel Bryan came out, and he got upset that AJ Styles mentioned his name, and warned AJ Styles that if he mentioned his name again, he would punch him in the face. And then AJ Styles said, "So if I was asked who the best wrestler in the world is, and I said Daniel Bryan, you'd punch me in the face," purposely trying to get Daniel Bryan to punch him in the face, and that's exactly what happened. So then what happened?
I think that's very childish the way they booked that.
I still liked it though. I thought it was awesome. What was weird though is backstage they got to do a fight and Shane McMahon made it for the title. What was really weird was I should have noticed something suspicious. I thought that was a little bit of lazy writing. They just randomly took Daniel Bryan out of the men's 5-on-5 match. Maybe I should have realized something else was coming, but I thought it was very weird. But then we had the match. Obviously, watch the match. It's great. I don't need to break down a Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match. So, but obviously, we got to talk about the biggest angle that came out of all of it. So AJ Styles went to hit the phenomenal form on Daniel Bryan, and he accidentally took out the referee. So Daniel Bryan took his chance to hit a low blow onto AJ Styles, and everyone was kind of like, "Whoa, what happened? This is like unlike Daniel Bryan." And then you notice he was a heel, because obviously at first I thought it was like him being a babyface and was like an accident. But you notice he was a heel when he had that evil smile on his face right after he took out AJ Styles. And he hits the running knee, gets the win, and just to show that he definitely is a heel, he beats the crap out of AJ Styles afterwards, and he has that evil smile on his face. And now tomorrow at Survivor Series, it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. A match I'm looking forward to, but I'm also a little bit worried about Daniel Bryan's health, considering the fact that Brock Lesnar can be very reckless with those German suplexes. Biggest examples on Raw this week, with the Sin brothers. So hopefully nothing happens this Sunday with that. So yeah, but Daniel Bryan being a heel. Now, obviously, it's really tough to say whether I like it or not because I kind of have to wait for the angle to play out. But I actually kind of like the fact that they went in this direction because it's something new for Daniel Bryan to do because he's been a babyface since 2012, and it's something Daniel Bryan wanted. He was pushing for this angle pretty much for months. He pretty much said that he wanted to go heel, and I actually think Daniel Bryan's a better heel than he is a babyface. I actually think this could be something new, and
he can. to me, when I look at it, it's like he really shouldn't have turned because he should be the biggest babyface in the company, considering what he came back from. That's just me. I don't know. I mean, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I want to kind of see. I want to kind of see where this goes. It's really weird though. We're gonna do an UN awards this year, and the two people that I'm gonna put as like the best baby face of the company are gonna be have now just turned heel. Johnny Gargano's turned heel, and Daniel Bryan's now just turned heel. How fun! I don't think we would have predicted that months ago.
I don't think Johnny's actually a heel. That's the problem. He hasn't really officially turned yet as much as like people think.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
So, but I'd wait until after Takeover to just assume. I would wait before we just assume everything.
True, but I do. Obviously, too. I remember we said the same thing about Sami Zayn, how he wasn't going to work as a heel, and he was an awesome heel. So you never know. I think that this could work. I would like to see like a more vicious Daniel Bryan now.
We're probably getting American Dragon. That's probably what's happening.
I like to see him do like that heel hook he was doing. Before he stopped doing it. I would like to see the roles get reversed now too. I think this would be awesome. The Miz go face and Bryan go heel. I think that because or they could have Miz and Bryan work together. But I feel like even though like they're both heels, Miz and Bryan just like being on the same page really wouldn't work for me. So I'm thinking Miz goes face and Bryan goes heel, and you do that match at WrestleMania. And because the Miz pretty much, as I always say, Miz speaks truth. Everything that the Miz says ends up being right in the end. It's just awesome.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think but I am excited for Brock versus Daniel, but we'll have to wait and see. What's really weird though is now that they're doing that match, it works out better with Bryan being the face and Brock being the heel. So are they gonna? I'm guessing Survivor Series is going to be kind of uncandid a little bit too, since it's Raw versus SmackDown, and it like never gets brought up again after Survivor Series. So maybe they'll just have Bryan be face and Brock be heel. So we have to wait. We have to wait and see because we know clearly Bryan's going to get cheered over Brock because yeah. But that did lift my interest a little bit for Survivor Series. I also think it's really weird now that AJ Styles we would have thought was going to break CM Punk's record for the title, but now it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that to me feels a little weird because if anybody deserved to do that, it would have been AJ, but guess not.
I like the surprise though. It teaches people to watch SmackDown. So,
true.
And plus, too, Brock versus AJ would have just been like the exact same match. So I think this brought Survivor Series in a good direction. I'd imagine AJ's going to have some sort of like involvement in it because I don't see AJ just being completely off a Survivor Series. So
yeah, right. Like him and Orton, why are they not on the show now?
Because Shane McMahon's going to be on Team SmackDown, so screw Orton. So.
Yeah, but it's still it comes down to being Randy Orton. Why can't we have Randy Orton there?
Maybe they're afraid he's going to try to rip Jeff Hardy's ear off again.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. All right, but now let's talk about the real good stuff. NXT. Are you caught up with everything with NXT UK 205 and regular
NXT and NXT UK? Yeah, no, NXT and 205. Yes, not NXT UK. I haven't really been able to keep up to date, so we'll just talk about NXT and 205.
Okay, so I'll just read my notes. I won't go through them like in depth, thoroughly, but.
Yeah.
The biggest news, since it pertains to Survivor Series, is the match that's going to happen with Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali's number one contender now, which I'm happy about. And he beat Tony Nese. Was it 3 weeks? I think it was 3 weeks ago to become number one contender. And obviously, I was happy about that. I actually thought that week too they were going to finally have Cedric turn because when he came out and like saved Mustafa Ali, he like held his shoulder, and I thought he was gonna lay him out with the lumbar check, but it didn't happen. I wonder if I feel like that is coming, but we'll have to wait and see because it seemed like they're building something where like Cedric's gonna get frustrated that Mustafa Ali got the shot and stole his rematch clause. And I did like that they explained why Cedric isn't getting his rematch clause because.
Yeah, which is fine, honestly, because like you don't really need to do that right away.
And plus, I'm in like I think rematches should be earned, not just automatically given to you. And so,
yeah, like if you lost the title, you lost the title for a reason, kind of thing.
Yeah, and like Drake Maverick did say that he's going to be, that he hasn't been winning lately. He lost to Tony Nese, and then he lost the Fatal 5-Way match. So, there's that. But yeah, they pretty much have been doing segments built into it. I did like the weigh-in segment that they did, and Buddy Murphy like got in his face, and you noticed the guys in 205 Live actually know how to break up a fight. Like the main roster guy should take notes because Drake Maverick was in there, and he's just not letting anything go down. Like,
yeah, right.
So it's like, and then they both did promos on each other. And I'm actually excited for this match. Now it's looking like it's going to be on the main card, but they still have a date. And I have a feeling that they're going to move it to the kickoff at the last minute. So
they probably will.
Because I'm not buying it that the cruiserweights are actually making the main card. So
no, sadly they won't.
And I think the match will be really good. I'm really excited about it, but I don't think it's going to be like on the level as they've had in the 205 Live. Like I don't think there'll be that. But I still think it could be a show stealer match. I'm really excited about it.
Mm.
And then you have obviously another thing on 205 Live is the feud going on with Lucha House Party and TJP and Mike Kanellis. I almost messed up his name because can't have any of that. So I think we predicted this was going to happen, that Mike Kanellis was going to join up with TJP since he's kind of involved with the Lucha House Party feud as well.
Yeah, which is fun.
And I did like when they did the tag team match and they did that finish where TJP took off Lince Dorado's mask, but Lince Dorado was really wearing another mask on underneath and beat TJP with a roll up. I thought that was a very clever babyface outsmarting the heels type of thing. That was awesome. I'm guessing like we're supposed to think like, what if the same? I'm guessing Kalisto was wearing a second mask as well, just in case they had to have a backup plan. So there's that. And then I even liked, this week on 205 Live, Maria Kanellis pretty much said she's going to handle the situation because next week TJP is going to take on Grand Metalik, and I imagine something's going to go down in that match with Maria Kanellis and Mike Kanellis. So there's.
It's just a weird angle, but I understand it because you need something for them to do. But I feel like it would be better suited if they actually had a cruiserweight tag division. I don't see why not.
Yeah, exactly at this point. And then it's really weird that like it's 3 guys going against 1 person. Well, no, 2 people.
Same thing.
And they still need to change their name to the Autistic House Party because they still act very autistic.
Yes, they do. They came out with the freaking piñata again.
Yeah, and they were trying to come out with another one, but they didn't want to make Penelope jealous. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, right.
And then obviously another feud I like is this Drew Gulak, D. Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher feud. I thought it was funny this week when because obviously Tozawa's teamed up with Kendrick. And they did an interview, and Tozawa just smiled and walked away. It was just like
Tozawa, he's so funny.
And then Kendrick just doesn't say anything and walks away, like they don't even know how they're going to work together. And they weren't able to work together, which I thought made sense. And I did like too in this match how Kendrick really didn't fully get his hands on Gulak. It seems like they're saving that.
Because anything Triple H runs, there's continuity.
Yeah,
what a novel concept.
And yeah, I like that. And I was happy. I'm happy. I can't wait to see a future Kendrick Gulak match because I don't think they've ever wrestled probably anywhere before, and there'll be like a nice mat wrestling type match with submissions going at it and all that. So that'll be awesome. And then obviously my favorite match. Well, not this week. I don't know if it was my favorite match this week, but this week we had Cedric Alexander versus Leo Rush. They pretty much have been continuing that feud where Leo Rush came to the Performance Center, which I like that they did that too, where Leo Rush made fun of him for going back to school and he made a lot of jokes. But Leo Rush has been saying a lot lately that I'm not a hard man to find, and every time he says that, I think of Scott Steiner in like TNA 2011 when he would scream to Matt Morgan like, "I'm not a hard man to find."
What you want? What you want, baby? What you want?
Yeah, exactly. And then I might have been the only one, but I forgot Leo Rush wrestled since he's been managing Lashley on the main roster so much. But yeah, he wrestles pretty. You did see the match this week with Cedric and Leo Rush, right? That awesome piece of
yes, I did.
That was awesome. Cedric won, which I was fine with. I kind of wanted Leo Rush to win because I like Leo Rush more, but then again, he did get he sells that lumbar check awesome, like.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then, but yeah, Leo Rush wins in life because he's on the main roster, getting paid more money each week. So that's the way I'm going to choose to think about that. So
yeah, right.
So he really went. So really, Cedric won the match, but Leo Rush wins in life. So
yes.
So that's the way. No one else is thinking about it that way, but that's the way I'm thinking about it. So
absolutely, no kidding.
Plus, two, Leo Rush. I don't think they're done yet. I think they're gonna. Leo Rush is not going to forget that he's ruined his undefeated streak. So
yes,
and singles matches, anyways. Even though and by pinfall, because he technically did lose to Lince Dorado when Mike Kanellis debuted, since he attacked Lince Dorado. So he's now been pinned in on the main, well, not the main roster, but 205 Live. And then that was pretty much everything in 205 Live. 205 Live's been awesome, so there's that.
And then NXT.
Let's talk about that. That's been awesome.
Oh, dude, the brawl that the two War Games teams had before the announcement was great.
Yeah, I love that. That was awesome. I loved it too because it was like very unexpected. Like it was just a typical Undisputed Era promo, and then one of the War Waiters, I didn't see which one it was, like grabbed Adam Cole and pulled him right through the curtain. Like,
yeah,
that was awesome.
Ridiculous. That was
and
fun,
then
though.
That dive that like Ricochet hit like off the. I forget what he hit it. I didn't really see what he hit it off of, but I know everybody. And then, I was Pete Dunne, like when he took that steel chair, and I thought he broke Adam Cole's fingers like legitimately when he hit him right off the chair with that. And I'm excited for this. War Games. It's going to be 4-on-4 this year. Undisputed Era versus War Waiters, Pete Dunne, and Ricochet. And we do know from this week's NXT that they're going to have Undisputed Era is going to have the man advantage, which means that two members of Undisputed Era are going to start off the match. I'd imagine it's going to be Strawn and O'Reilly probably starting the match.
Which makes sense. The tag team, or just to switch it up, maybe Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the original tag team.
True. I'm really worried about Bobby Fish because this is like his first match back.
True.
And he's going to be in War Games. I'd imagine he's probably been wrestling at the house shows, though, just to make sure he doesn't have any ring rust. Because there's no way if he had ring rust, there's no way they're going to put him in his first match in War Games. So,
yeah.
But I did like. I was actually surprised we got Hanson versus O'Reilly because I was thinking all week it was going to be like Ricochet versus Roderick Strong, or Pete Dunne versus Kyle O'Reilly or something like that. But I like that they actually had one of the War Raiders go in. And I like that backstage they were having Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong argue about it. And then pretty much Hanson just said, I'm going in. And there was no arguments. They were like, yeah, you can go in. You go do your thing. So I like that.
That was great.
Obviously, one thing, I mean, it's not really a bad thing. It's just kind of, you definitely notice that Molo Ronaldo's not there. We like Vic Joseph and all, but he's just not as good as Molo. So I think the commentary team's been affected a little bit. And yeah,
it definitely has.
Because one thing I noticed, like, it was during the Nikki Cross Mercedes Martinez matches, they weren't really even talking about the match. Which obviously that made sense because they were talking about more of the Aleister Black match, but.
Yeah.
If Moore was there, he would have just like strictly called the match and then moved on to the Aleister Black stuff. So that's definitely one thing you notice with Moore not being there and stuff like that. So, but I'm happy he's coming back. He'll be back tonight because they've been hyping up his return for War Games. One of the biggest things I'm looking forward to as a pay-per-view is a commentator coming back. Whoever would have thought that would have happened. So,
that's great.
And then they announced they pretty much did exactly what you thought they were going to do. They announced the rematch with Nikki Cross, not Nikki Cross, Shayna. Apparently, Nikki Cross and Shayna Baszler look the same to me for some reason because I keep messing up.
Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. What a grief!
Yeah. And they pretty much did exactly what you say they were going to do. Where I'd imagine they cut these promos and they just edited them into the main roster, not the main roster, but the NXT shows. So, yeah. So I'm excited about the 2 out of 3 falls match. I'd imagine this is going to be the last match they're ever going to have together because it's pretty much the end of the feud. So there's that. And it looks like they're going to be, and looks like they are building up other women because Mia Yim's now debuted in NXT. I don't know if we covered that before, but she debuted in NXT. Oh yeah, we did cover that because that's how we started laughing about the name of her finisher and stuff. So, but she didn't hit this week. She did like an angle with
yeah, it's not Sonya Food, so food.
Hey, you still laughed at that though, so
yes it is.
And then what's it? Yeah, she had a feud with not really like a mini feud with Bianca Belair, and they kept Belair's undefeated streak going. I was actually pretty surprised about this because I thought that they would have had an undefeated streak end on this show because Mia Yim came in with like a big impact and stuff, but that didn't happen. I was pretty surprised about that. So
I think Mia Yim is probably going to be an underdog kind of story.
I think
win every match.
I agree, and it's not like she was hurt by the loss too, because she actually had like a really competitive match. And like I said, the thing I like about NXT is because they book everything so well, one loss doesn't make everybody like go, oh my gosh, now she's gonna like start to like lose every match and never be featured ever again. Like that's why I didn't get worried when the Forgotten Sons lost to Heavy Machinery. Plus, the reason I'm okay with that is because Otis Dozovic was just in the win with the NXT champion, had a great performance. It wouldn't have even made sense if they went and lost to like a tag team that's like never been there. So I noticed Josephic is just awesome too. So we're just gonna let that slide. So
yes, tomato chips.
Yeah. And like I said, because NXT books everybody so well, I'm not worried that like they lost one match. So because they still look strong and stuff, and there's that. And then we do have a NXT Championship match scheduled for War Games 2, which I'm excited about. Tommaso Ciampa versus the Velveteen Dream. Can't wait for this match. The video package really hyped me up. And I'd imagine whoever wins this match is facing Lars Sullivan since he beat Velveteen Dream not last week, but 2 weeks ago. And he's either going to face Ciampa or Velveteen Dream. But it's probably going to, you could say like they're not going to do heel versus heel, but I could see them actually doing Ciampa versus Sullivan, and Sullivan will have, since Ciampa's just such a heel, anybody he goes up against pretty much is just a baby face no matter what. Yeah. So I think actually
I will say that I think that they're probably going to build up to a Lars Sullivan Keith Lee feud, I think. That would probably be a better feud. And then they're going to book, obviously, I want to see the 4 guys. Please do the Monster Mash thing, please. I want to see it happen. I want to see Lars Sullivan, Cassius Ohno, Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee all just kicking the shit out of each other.
Let's talk about that. Speaking of, Matt Riddle's finally debuted in NXT, and he looked awesome.
Yeah, he'll be on he'll pretty much be on the TakeOver card, just on the show after TakeOver.
It's pretty much the dog match, which I guess maybe because I was kind of surprised that they get on the main show since it only has like 4 matches, but maybe they don't think he's ready to be actually on the TakeOver show.
It's probably because War Games going to take longer this year because it's the traditional 4-on-4 is supposed to tag team.
Yeah, and also too, I think Gargano. I think a lot of the matches are going to be really long. Like Gargano versus Black, I imagine is going to be really long, and Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. And the women's match is going to be pretty long since it's 2 out of 3 falls too. So
yeah.
And plus too, like no one's watching TakeOver to watch. I mean, this is no offense to Matt Riddle, but no one's watching TakeOver to watch Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno. So
yeah, not one person. They're watching for War Games.
Well, maybe Matt Riddle's family, but that's it.
Oh, that's sad.
Maybe Cassius Ohno's family too.
Yeah.
So they can learn.
What family does Cassius Ohno have?
I was gonna say maybe they can learn how to not have a good nutrition and good diet, because Cassius Ohno is not a good example of that. So
no, he is not. I'm sorry. I still stand by that shit too.
I was surprised though they went with Matt Riddle instead of Keith Lee, since Keith Lee's been there longer. But maybe they think Matt Riddle and Cassius Ohno are gonna have a better match than Keith Lee and Cassius Ohno or something. So
I disagree with that. I've seen the Keith Lee Ono match, and that's a hard hitting affair, boy.
Oh, so maybe
I wanted to see all four of those guys to just beat the shit out of each other. To be honest, though,
maybe they will. I would like to see Matt Riddle and Keith Lee be a team, because they did a backstage segment together, and I thought they played really well with each other. So there's that.
Yeah, but at the same time, they don't want to insult the tag team division there either.
Yeah, true. Speaking of the tag team division, like we said, the tag team division's awesome. I think Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch are just awesome as a tag team, and they just recently had a great match with
Raul Mendoza, and who was the other kid? Oh my god, that match is great, and it was so short. That was the best short match I've ever seen.
It wasn't even a squash either. I thought that was going to be a squash. They actually ended up being a pretty decent match.
It was an even match all the way through.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I'm trying to find Humberto Carlillo or something like that.
He is really good. I've never heard of him before until that night, and
I hope they
really did good.
I hope they go with them as a tag team. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just continue it from this point on, because those two have good chemistry, I think, together.
And obviously, I did like the progression they did with Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano. Obviously, Johnny Gargano's reason he attacked Aleister Black made sense, because that's exactly what we said should have happened all along.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I did like his promo where he pretty much did it in the exact location where he attacked Aleister Black. I'm surprised they haven't shown the actual footage of what happened, like him attacking Aleister Black, but maybe they don't have that footage. So, and I did like how he the famous words where he said that he's in the dark and he's starting to like being in the dark a little bit and stuff like that.
That was a great promo.
Yeah. And I liked the video package, the theme song they picked to use for that feud. The voices in my head, because obviously that's
so much more sense. Yeah, that's I think that's the only reason they even had that song to begin with. To be honest.
Exactly.
Voices in my head again.
But we still don't know if Gargano's really turned heel, because it says he has, but I don't really. I'm not buying it until we have to really wait to see him actually work a match, because we're
gonna watch it. It's gonna be a takeover.
I think that I know War Games is it's called War Games, so it makes sense. But I think this should be the main event of the show, just because all of the show all of the feuds pretty much came from this program. I think it makes sense to main event this match at War Games.
Yeah, right. Now that you mention it, yeah, you're right on the money with that.
Because Undisputed Era and their feud didn't come from this program, but pretty much if you watch all of the NXT leading up to War Games, this was the main storyline that took place the whole time. So
yeah, true.
I mean, that's what this program is pretty much the reason why the NXT title match is happening. So
exactly.
All
right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened on NXT. They did do it. They are building up to a match with Nikki Cross and Candice LeRae at some point. So
that's gonna be different.
Yeah.
And let's you want to do the predictions real quick? Because
I gotta get I gotta get the card up. I think I remember the card overall. They just said all the matches, but
we should predict the two matches. Well, the one match that we know is going to be on the dark match too. I mean, Keith. Matt Riddle obviously is winning.
Yeah, he's winning.
Ciampa winning the title. I think Ciampa's going to win the title or
retain. Okay.
I think Undisputed Era is going to be 2-0 in War Games.
Okay.
I think. What else? What else is on there? Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black. I'm picking Gargano to win. Sorry.
A lot of people are picking Aleister Black actually, which is a surprise. So.
Yeah, I'm picking Gargano.
Yeah.
And then either way, it doesn't hurt either one of them, but I'm picking Gargano.
Yeah, and then the women's title match.
Yeah. Probably Shayna Baszler to retain.
Okay. And so I'll pick you also said we're gonna pick what other match will be on. It's really tough to say. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Nikki Cross versus Candice LeRae because they've been building that match recently. So
yeah, if that's the case, then I'm gonna pick Cross to win.
Yeah. Because I don't know what other match would be on the unless Keith Lee's going to have a match on the show, but he's probably going to have like some sort of enhancement match or something.
Yeah,
so
probably something like that.
So I'm not going to really predict for that match.
I don't have to pick Survivor Series because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. All right, so I'll do my picks. So obviously Matt Riddle's winning his debut match. I think Shayna Baszler's retaining because NXT doesn't usually have doesn't really flip flop the championships. I think they just did that so they could get the Evolution match on the show. So
yeah, exactly.
I have a feeling if Evolution didn't happen, Kairi Sane would have come into this match as the champion, probably retained the title or something. So or they probably would have just moved things around and everything.
Well, we'll see what happens, but
yeah, and I do think that Shayna Baszler will win 2-1. I think Kairi Sane will get a fall in the match. So, it could. I don't know how she'll get a fall, but she'll get a fall. I think that match might open the show too, just because makes it. It's not. It just makes sense. Because you're not going to open up with War Games. You're not going to open up with Gargano versus Black because that's been the main event program, and you're not going to have the NXT title open the show, so that's just burying the NXT title. So
yeah, exactly.
And for what I do like about this show though is really any of these matches, but that match, and obviously Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno could go either way. Like I could see Velveteen Dream winning, I could see Aleister Black winning, and I could see the Ricochet and stuff winning. So
yeah, sure, not a bad thing for
that. So it makes it a little bit unpredictable. I am going to say, though, that I could see Velveteen Dream winning, but I am going to say that Ciampa's probably going to win just because I think he's going to be a long-reigning champion. He's probably going to break Finn Balor's NXT longest title reign he had. So I actually think it's going to be Ciampa. He's just such a great heel right now. There's no reason to take the title off him. And Velveteen Dream's still really young and stuff. He could still win the title at some point. So
yeah.
And then I'm gonna pick War Games next because I think Gargano and Black should main event. I'm actually gonna say the faces are gonna win War Games just because this will give War Raiders a reason to get an NXT Tag Team Title match, and it gives Pete Dunne and Ricochet finally some revenge. Pete Dunne revenge on Roderick Strong for turning his back on him. And Ricochet, I guess, revenge for Adam Cole for screwing over his match with Pete Dunne and stuff like that. So I actually think the faces are going to win this year. Plus, Undisputed Era has been on such a tear. If they did lose this match, it wouldn't hurt them at all. So I actually kind of wish they would have put all the titles on the line and stuff too, everything.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And I was surprised Pete Dunne was in this match. It does show that the NXT, because I was worried that he was going to be off NXT forever and just do the NXT UK thing. Maybe it's still going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he's just doing maybe this. I guess the person who hurts the least. If Undisputed Era did win, I think that Pete Dunne will take the fall just because it won't really hurt him too much to take the fall. War Raiders can't take the fall, and Ricochet really can't take the fall either. Pete Dunne would hurt him the least since he's on another brand and stuff, and so I'm not gonna and then obviously Gargano versus Black. Now obviously this depends on what Gargano's gonna be like in this match because I did have a prediction that if Gargano was going into this match as a heel, that Candice LeRae will turn heel with him and they'll be a heel duo because I think that'd be awesome. So if Gargano comes into this match as a heel, that will be the finish. But if Johnny Gargano just comes into this match as a face, I think Gargano still will win. So, there's that. That's Takeover. I think Takeover is going to be awesome. Every match will be awesome. So there's that. And then obviously Survivor Series. Survivor Series could be a good show. But they're doing Raw versus SmackDown with like nothing on the line, which doesn't make me care much about this show because we saw because this show probably will be like forgotten about within like a week, maybe even 2, maybe a day. So, I just do my predictions real quick. I got this. This is the cut I have to look up. So let's see. You can even hear the matches too. You'll love this card.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the kickoff match. 10-on-10 Survivor Series Tag Team Elimination Match. Team Raw, team captains Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. So, yeah, here's all the Raw tag teams right here. The Revival, great team, but they've been buried pretty much since they got on the main roster.
Yep.
The B team. 2 members of the Lucha House Party, which I like as a tag team. So, yeah.
Cool.
The Ascension. So that's a joke of a tag. The Raw tag team division is just such a joke.
Yeah.
And here's Team SmackDown. Co-captains the Usos, 2 members of the New Day, 2 members of Sanity, which will probably be Wolf and Young, probably. Gallows and Anderson, who haven't been on TV in like 3 million years. And then they're still in the company, James, the Colognes, who haven't been in TV in 4 million years.
Lord.
I think that's an easy win for SmackDown right there, though.
It is, yeah.
Because this week, like, Braun Strowman took out the entire Raw tag team division, and
oh my God, that Raw tag team division is a fucking joke.
Yeah, if I actually think like the entire SmackDown tag team division should pitch a shutout and just eliminate everyone, but because it's not believable if the Raw tag division. I could see them eliminating the Colognes, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Gallows and Anderson could get eliminated too, but like Kalisto or something. But
there's way too many fucking buried tag teams. That's the sad part.
Like the SmackDown tag team divisions are much better.
But you have 3 teams in entirety, and one of them's even been kind of buried.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Yeah, exactly. Then you have I have a feeling this match by tomorrow they're gonna like randomly put this match on the kickoff. Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. Buddy Murphy, you could probably predict this match. Buddy Murphy's retaining the Cruiserweight title because he just won it. And I could see Mustafa Ali winning, but I don't think they're going to take the title off Buddy Murphy. Especially too, because I think Cedric's going to get his rematch, and then I imagine he'll be a face.
That's not a match I'm even predicting. I'm probably just going to say Buddy to retain.
Yeah. And then you have another SmackDown versus Raw match. Everything else is SmackDown versus Raw. Raw Tag Team Champions AOP versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Bar. Also, you gotta think too with
big bar.
You gotta think too with the. I imagine like by the time the main event goes down, they're gonna have Raw and SmackDown like it be tied, so that way So I imagine AOP will win this match because the Bar doesn't really benefit from a win or a loss. It doesn't really hurt them. It would actually hurt AOP. The only way I could see like the Bar winning is if Big Show interferes. I do think Big Show's chokeslam and Drake Maverick through a table, which it would be kind of cool to see Drake Maverick as the GM of 205 Live one night, and then him and AOP stuff and like a cruiserweight come up to him and it's like no. Because he makes that joke with what I do in my spare time is none of you guys are concerned. I think that'd be funny, but they're not going to do that because they don't because they just won't capitalize on that type of stuff. If it was on 205 Live, they would, but not in the main roster.
Yep, they don't know what capitalizing is anymore.
Nope. Then you have Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Raw captain Alexa Bliss, who's not wrestling because she's got too many concussions, so she can't wrestle. Here's the Raw team. Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, Natalya, and Ruby Riott. That's the Raw Women's team. It's pretty much all heels but Natalya, which I'd imagine there's no way Natalya and Ruby Riott are going to be able to work together for like a second. If they work together for more than a second, then this match is already unbelievable. And then we have Team SmackDown. They doesn't even have a captain because they had to change plans because of Nia Jax. It was supposed to be Charlotte, but then so this one you can't really blame WWE for. You blame Nia.
Yeah, I blame Nia. She better not be on this team. I swear to God, if she's on this team, I'm going to lose my shit.
She is on the team. I said Nia Jax.
Oh, God damn it.
I hope she gets eliminated like right away.
She should. She's gonna get booed to shit.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna get booed to shit, and I'm gonna laugh. That's the only fucking clip I care about.
But here's the SmackDown tag team. Well, the SmackDown women's team: Carmella, Naomi, Sonya Deville, Asuka, and TBD. I think the mystery part is probably going to be Nikki Cross. Should be Nikki Cross, but we'll see. SmackDown. I think this is an easy win for SmackDown, probably.
Yeah.
Unless they want to have I would have said Raw. I don't know. I want SmackDown has a better overall woman. So, and then you have the men's 5-on-5 Survivor Series team, Team Raw, Captain Baron Corbin, who's not wrestling, because he just can't, because he actually can't wrestle. So it's not like he would be doing much wrestling anyways. Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley with Leo Rush ringside since Bobby Lashley's there. So I'm looking forward to seeing Leo Rush. But I like this tag. I like the Raw team. And then you have Team SmackDown, captained by The Miz, the best in the world, Shane McMahon, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy. I'd imagine this is also a pretty easy team for Team Raw because they want to with Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre being the sole survivors because they're getting pushed pretty high because Drew McIntyre destroyed Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman is Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And also the sole survivors, I think, for the women's match will be probably just Asuka and Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross is in the match. And the sole survivors for the Team SmackDown, I think, will be the New Day and the Usos.
Yeah.
I would say Sanity, but probably not. If it was me, there would be everybody except the Colognes as the sole survivors.
Wait. And there's no winner.
No, I'm saying everybody on Team SmackDown but the Colognes.
Yeah. Hello?
No, that's wrong. We have the three main Raw versus SmackDown matches. First is Raw's Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins versus SmackDown's United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Pretty much the entire buildup of this match is that Seth Rollins has no interest in it because he's got to focus on Dean Ambrose, which just shows. I thought that was funny, but I think Nakamura's going to win.
Shinsuke is beyond repair, dude.
I think Nakamura's probably winning via Dean Ambrose interference, though. So
he's fucking done. They fucking ruined Shinsuke Nakamura completely.
He's never on the. He's never on the shows. So
yeah, and everyone's like, "Well, SmackDown's the better show." Yeah, it's the better show by what? That's Raw Junior.
Then you have another Raw versus SmackDown match. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus SmackDown's Charlotte Flair. I'm looking forward to this match. I'd imagine Ronda Rousey's going to win. And I think
it has to be that Becky Lynch is going to fight her at Mania now, which is now the rumored
which I kind of
year.
So that is, I guess, a blessing in disguise because I actually think it works out better with because Becky. It makes more sense for Becky, anyways, for Becky to face her at Mania than Charlotte at this point. So, and I believe based on my predictions, it's tied Raw versus SmackDown. We have Raw's Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus SmackDown's WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. The only way I would see Daniel Bryan winning is if Vince McMahon didn't show up to work this day. and you know, was absolutely sick. Couldn't show up and couldn't come here to make the final say. But it's not happening. So,
and even then,
well,
make the final decision.
Huh?
You probably still make the final decision over the phone.
So the only way, pretty much the only way Daniel Bryan's winning is like Vince went into like a coma or something. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But that match will be weird since it's two heels going at it. But whatever.
Daniel's going to be the automatic face unless AJ interferes. I see Daniel Bryan being his babyface like self in this match, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like I said, I think Survivor Series is going to be on canon a little bit, just based off that match. So.
Yeah.
And then, did you see any? So you didn't see any of NXT UK?
No.
Okay, so we gotta plan that for.
We'll do it a different day. It's not like it's canon right now, to be honest. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's we pretty much just covered everything. So there's that. It wasn't that bad because we didn't cover that much of the main roster, so it wasn't like it wasn't like you
about that.
It wasn't like you suffered. So
yes, for a change, we covered more indie. I'm just gonna call it the indies, even though it's not. It's the indies in WWE land, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I would like to. I want to mention one thing. Speaking of the indies, because the weird thing happened like couple weeks ago.
What?
So Evolve had some NXT star power to it.
Yeah, so Eichner's their heavyweight champion and the Street Profits are the tag champions. It's great.
Yeah, I think that's. I actually thought like I guess that's going to be uncanny because I was kind of hoping like because the Street Profits just recently had a match, I was kind of hoping they would have come out with the Evolve tag team titles, but I guess they're not going to really mention that too much. But it's
did that before the tapings, though.
Huh?
I think they did that before the tapings, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah, that's why. Then that's why. We'll see if they actually do it, but that's probably why. If they were going to come out,
because Fabian Aichner's not as weird because he's he's not really. I don't think he's like really signed in anything, but it's pretty weird that the Street Profits are like the.
No, he's signed with NXT. Fabian Aichner signed with NXT.
Yeah, but you don't see him as much as you see the Street Profits, though. So it's really weird that like they're the Evolve Tag Team Champions because they're pretty much seen on a weekly basis. So I think that's actually really cool.
One thing I want to talk about, and that's the only thing, and then I have to kind of get off so that way I'm not as loud. Did you obviously saw it, that freaking frog splash that freaking Montez Ford did? Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that guy in a match with Leo Rush, please.
Also, I want to say something too. The world's finally at whole again because the Street Profits finally have their signature cup back. Like the world was not going to go on without them having that cup. So
yeah, exactly.
You could say that's a little bit of stupid storytelling, but I'm just going to believe it because I actually believe like the Street Profits were like pissed that they didn't have that cup. So,
dude, they were mad as shit when that happened, and their gold chain. Never forget their gold chain.
Exactly, but that's a little bit of like, they could have just gotten a new cup and just put their logo on it again. But I don't know. I think they were just mad. So they didn't really. When you're mad, you don't really think things through. So
no, they don't. But it's great. Anyway, that being said.
Oh, and also too that like sunset flip powerbomb fit like that Tower of Doom spot they did was awesome too. So
love that spot.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty much the end. We'll be back probably on this channel or on your channel somewhere for the NXT.
We'll be on somewhere for the NXT Takeover live reactions.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully we don't get fucking copyright stricken again because of their bullshit.
Oh, shit, yeah, I have to worry about that, too, because it's...
Hey, guess what? You don't necessarily have to, because guess what mic I can bring?
Oh, wow.
If you want me to bring it.
Sure, I'd win that, yeah.
What time, by the way, before we end this, what time are we doing that? Just so I can get arrange the ride.
Oh,
what time are you in?
Well, I'm going over there, let me check. Well, I know pretty much Chris is at like a birthday party, so he said he would text me 10 minutes before he gets back. But I would try. He said he should be there by the time the pre-show starts because I want to watch the pre-show because
what time the pre-show?
6:30. So I would say, do you want me to just
6:45?
Yeah, do 6. Show up at like 5:45. I might not be there right away because yeah, I must
Wait,
not
show up at his house at 5:45. He's got a birthday party going on.
have him.
What if he's not there?
Have him text you.
When did he say he was going to get back?
Here's what he texted me. He said, up. So he'll be home at like 5:45, 5:30.
5:45, 5:30. Okay.
Yeah, but you should text him. You should text.
Then. So get there by 6, like I was originally planning.
Yeah, just get there by 6, and then we'll set like everything up and everything.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you there. Oh, we forgot the plugs.
Yeah, plugs, man. What are you doing? We're still on a live stream, guys. You can check me out. You could check me out. I have. First off, I got some big news. Gold Rush, the mega event, will be happening on December 8th. In fact, actually, could you click on my face right now because I'm about to show. So I'm about to show you an exclusive here.
Okay. No copyright, right?
No, it because it's my thing. I'm not gonna fucking copyright the shit.
Okay.
Actually, where is that? Is it in here? Yes, it is. All right, now let me switch over to. Can you screen share on this? You can screen share on Chrome. Yeah, you can.
I know you can. I think we've done it before.
All right, so that's what I'm about to do here. Where is the screen share option? I thought you could do this. There it is. Screen share. Share. All right, so there's you for a minute. Sorry if you're seeing yourself double time or triple time or whatever. But this is what I'm about to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, Gold Rush is happening Saturday, December 8th, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube Live. We are going to be having a stacked card, the semifinals and the semifinals of both the Athena Championship Tournament and the Gold Rush WIW Heavyweight Title Tournament will be held on this night. The main event being those two stallions right there, James Archangel and Michael X, as well as the semi-main event being Lizzie Gray and Vera McGarden. That's going to be two hell of a matches. We also got Colleen Horizon versus Joanna Ramos. We got Sean Maverick versus Mark Young. We got a tag team elimination match of our own with the Kaientai Dojo, consisting of Taka Michinoku and Kyle Weaver teaming up with John Gray to face the London Devastation, which has Jack Kuzan Robinson. He'll be on the show. Chris Foster and Matt Harrington. And then we also have a impromptu, not really impromptu because we already kind of said we were going to do it, a tag team title tournament. And the finals of that, this is the first round. The finals will also be held at Immortal, which is our next mega event. We have the Maggie Daddy Men's Brett Mention and Corey Dangerous versus sorry, you're getting a call probably.
Yeah.
Done. What was I gonna say? I'm sorry, I blanked. Oh yeah. Maggie Daddy Men's Corey Dangerous, Brett Mention take on Chris Phoenix and Jones Meister. And then finally to round out the entire card, the Morning Stars, Johnny Starr and Matthew Nova take on the Doom Brigade, Brandon Curtis, and Eddie Kelly. There you go. There's the card. That's the poster. What do you think of the poster?
I like the poster.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, that's it. I'm gonna unscreen share now. How do I stop that? I don't
have to figure it out. Oh, you did it.
I did it. Okay, there you go.
All right, so you gotta
follow my other stuff. Weymouth Youth Wrestling, obviously you gotta subscribe to watch that event. You can check me out on Jay Hebert Side 95 on YouTube, youtube.com/user/Jay Hebert Side 95. You could also check me out on the Wrestling Rundown. Very, very occasionally lately on the Future Entertainment and Hibiki TMD. Although definitely check them out because they're great. And there you go.
And also you should make sure you check out the J Hibbert Side 95 because the main thing going on there when we can do it is the NXT and 205 NXT UK reviews.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much the only time I'm on that channel lately.
This week, by the way, though, we probably should do try to do the show this week since Takeover's this week. So you should come on the, huh?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do it.
And we'll wait till after this week's NXT comes out, because of the Matt Riddle, Cassius Ohno match, so we can cover that match. That's fine. Well, also you should come on the rundown next week because we'll probably talk Takeover next week, and you can leave when we talk about the main roster stuff. So
I'll tag. That's fine.
And also, check out my appearance. Not like they need the promotion on the NoDQ.com where I did the NXT T-Party review with Stephen Osborne and Jerry Slaughter. That was a lot of fun. I had to stay up.
What?
Yeah, that happened. You could
Hold on a second. No way. Hold on. I did not know you did this.
Yeah, I did this.
Hold on a second. Were you actually a co-host?
Well, I was more of a guest than a co-host, but.
Oh, okay. Oh, where is it? So.
Just go on Aaron Riff's channel.
Oh, Aaron Riff's channel?
Yeah, it's called Aaron Riff, not ODQ, sorry.
Aaron RIFT. Because that's funny. I don't want to watch. Okay. Where is that?
So it should be the recent episode of NXT UK Party.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have it actually. I'm not joking.
Actually on here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm actually on because they said they were open to take guests, and I just hit up Stephen Osborne, and he might watch this video. So. Oh, okay. I thought you froze. Did you freeze? Hello?
Yeah, sorry.
I thought you froze.
This is mind blowing, dude. Congrats.
I know. I never thought it'd be on NoDQ.com.
That's great. Dude, we're making moves. You, me, Colin, we're getting all the shit.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, can we talk about that before we go? That's the last thing I want to talk about. If nobody's seen it, Colin got a tattoo of Zack Ryder's fucking podcast somewhere on his body. I don't even remember where. And he got like a shit ton of publicity from Zack Ryder for it.
You know what? I'm not surprised that Colin actually would do that.
Yeah, of course he would. But yeah, you, me, Colin, we're making moves, man. I was on. Where was I on? I forget now. I'm sorry. I should know.
Oh yeah, you're on the
Ringside News, right?
Yeah.
Ringside News. You're on No DQ. We're making moves, man. This is
you
great.
Should try to get on that show. Like hit up. You have to hit him up on Twitter, Stephen Osborne, and say, hey, I want to. Because he'll say, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I might actually. I'll have to catch up on NXT Takeover,
it's NXT. Yeah, it's only NXT UK.
That's awesome though. That's great shit. I'm glad that you made it on.
Yeah, right. No, why not? It might be a monthly thing too. So
really, are you on next month?
Here pretty much what they said was they said that they have a list.
And, they have a list of guests. Okay.
Yeah, and I made the list, but I'll be on it. Like if they couldn't get like another guest, they said they would message me, but hopefully they don't. What sucks about it though is you have to stay up like wicked late because they But I usually do that anyways. But if you're not like someone that stays up all night, because we didn't get.
I'd have to probably do it after school's over.
Well, they usually do it on Thursdays, yeah. So, but that's the day, and we did. We started ours late though because he had like some technical issues with the snowstorm and stuff. Because
I noticed he uses a TV just randomly. That's funny.
Yeah, because he tried it on the Skype call with Cindy, and they couldn't hear them really well, and I was surprised it came out. Yeah, so
I was able to. You were audible, so that's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You should plug your stuff now so we can.
Wrestling Fortune 44, CM Brothers, and Owen. Well, actually, this is CM Brothers, but and Owen. I'm so used to plugging CM Brothers because we're usually on the Wrestling Fortune.
On the wrestling. When is your band up on there? By the way,
like another month.
Jesus, dude.
I might keep the Wrestling Rundown on here though. We keep this channel active, so.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well, right? All right. Well, there you go.
All right, but that's pretty much it, guys, and we'll see you either. Actually, we can talk about that. I was just say we could go live on both channels, like your channel and my channel, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, actually, it depends on how you do that because I would probably have to go live with my phone. So I'm not going to be able to have a laptop. Remember this. Oh
yeah, I forgot. Oh, Chris has one.
We don't need to use 2 laptops.
Maybe we should just we'll just whatever we think is going to get the more views, we'll go on that channel. So maybe your channel, because then
my channel. Then so guys, go on. So this is what we'll do. Go on my channel tonight on the J Hebert side 95 for our NXT Takeover live reactions. We're
gonna host that, you and me, probably you, because it's your channel, right?
I'm live streaming it, so yes, of course it would be me.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we'll see you later.
See you guys.
We won't see you. You'll see us. But
you'll see us. Go on the J Hebert side. Give us a sub.